Welcome to the Life After Plus One podcast, where we turn life's lemons into delightful lemonade. Get ready for inspiring stories, uplifting conversations, and all the tips and tricks to rock your single parent journey with style. I'm your host, Leanne, and it's time to embrace the adventure of Life After Plus One. So, let's dive in. Hello, and welcome back to Life After Plus One. I'm Leanne, your podcast host and your single parent mentor and coach. And for those of you who have just jumped on board and discovered Life After Plus One, welcome. Every now and then I'll jump on and give a little reintroduction of what is Life After Plus One. Well, it's a place where I'm here to empower you as a single parent. I'm not here to bitch on any gender. I'm not here to hate on anyone. I'm not here to mock your choices, because we all sometimes do things we regret as a single parent. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you find a better way to get through where you're at as a single parent. Because I know 12 years ago when I first became a single parent, I wish I had somebody like myself to shake me back then and say, Leanne, what the hell are you doing? Don't do that. You'll regret it later down the track. And years of healing and doing what you've got to do and studying and everything else and working on myself, I can look back on it now and go, that was stupid of me, wasn't it? We all have those moments. And that's why I'm here, because when you're going through that, you sometimes, well, not sometimes, you quite often don't realize. You just see where you're at. You've got your blinkers on and you can't see the end game. You can't see where you're going. You just focus on where you're at now, which is quite often an angry place, or a place where you just had enough, where you're fed up and you're over it. And more often than not, when you're in that place, you don't want to take on feedback. You're not ready for that support. When I say support, that's the wrong word. You're not ready to hear another side of it, because you're in your bubble at the moment. And that's okay. I get it, because I've been there. And you just want to feel your emotions. You want to feel what you're going through, and you just want to let it out in your way. And in your time, you will get to it. And in your own time, you will see there is another way and a better way. And that's why I'm here, because I'm not here to try and brainwash anyone or try and force anything onto anyone. I am here because I am passionate about what I do. And I am here because I truly wish I had somebody to shake me when I first went to my breakup and just sit down and talk to me and show me that there is a better way to get through this. And there is, and I'm the prime example of that, because I went to a very toxic breakup where I walked out with nothing but a suitcase of clothes and my daughter. And it is possible to get through that. It is possible to get on the other side and realize, okay, that was a shit period. And I know what it's like to not be able to afford to put food on the table. I know what it's like to cry yourself to sleep. I know what it's like to not have enough petrol in the car to be able to even leave the house and go anywhere. I've had my rock bottom. So I'm not here to force opinions on anyone. I'm not here to say, I told you so. I'm here to give my honest expert opinion and advice and support from someone that's been there, someone that's studied this, someone that's experienced in this field. And I truly wish I had this 12 years ago when I was going through this. And I did seek therapy back then. And quite honestly, I didn't align with her because I just felt like she didn't have experience of what I was going through. Yes, she was trained in her field, but it's nice to have someone that actually gets you, that actually gets the trouble that you're going through with your ex, that actually gets the emotional roller coaster that you're going through. It is so nice to actually speak to someone that has actually been through it themselves. They've been through those rock bottoms. They've been through those really tough financial times. They've been through those endless fighting battles with their ex, where the ex just didn't want to show up and they didn't want to be involved. And you name it, every kind of situation you can think of with your ex, I've been through it. But I've managed to get through it, because it comes down to how you choose to handle it and how you choose to react to it. And that's where I come in. Because I've managed to master that. I've managed to work around or get myself to a place where we can co-parent amicably without any fighting, without any issues. My daughter, as we speak, is away on holidays in Vietnam with him right now, which is why I'm doing this show actually. So that is where and why I'm so passionate about what I do, because I know firsthand that it is possible to get through it. And I know that you can keep fighting it and keep fighting it and keep fighting it and keep thinking that you can manage on your own. And that's fine if you can. But pretending like it's just going to get better and it's just going to fix itself, it doesn't. So I'm here to help you and support you and guide you in any way I possibly can, because it is a tough journey and it is one that very few people actually seek support for. And it is one that very few people actually ask for help through, when it's probably one of the hardest things they go through. So I'm not forcing anything on anyone, but I will say this before I jump into today's episode. And that is, the idea is for everyone to find a better way through it, because you don't want to keep going through life constantly repeating these same patterns. You see it all the time. People going through dating experiences and constantly getting heartbroken and giving up on dating because they're constantly getting heartbroken because they haven't healed what they've been through from the past. They haven't let go of it. They haven't moved on from it. They might be telling themselves they are. They might be trying to convince themselves they are. But as soon as they step back into the dating world, those wounds, boom, they open up again and everything just comes pouring right back out again. And that is not what you want to happen. It is about working on those things that are holding you back so you don't keep repeating these things and you can be the best version of yourself. And that is what I'm about here at Life After Plus One. So if you've listened to this all the way through without skipping that bit of an intro, then thank you. And I'm going to now dive into today's episode. So let's talk about when your kids go on holidays with the other parent. And as I just mentioned in the introduction, this is why I'm talking about it now, because my daughter is currently away on holidays with her dad. They're over in Vietnam. And it was a very unexpected decision, to be honest with you. I had no idea up until maybe about 3 or 4 weeks before they actually left that she actually decided that she wanted to go. And it came about when we had been on a little road trip, just me and my daughter. And the day we got back, she turned around and said to me, "Mum, I think I might go on that holiday with Dad." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So it was a bit of an unexpected decision, but I was respectful of that. And I had an open mind, and I was honestly excited for her to have this experience. And that's what you need to focus on when your kids go away. So in saying that, I'm going to go to a list of 10 things to keep in mind when this does happen in your world, where your kids are going away with the other parent, or the idea of it is brought up and you're just like, no, not happening, not interested. It's not going to happen. So here are 10 points to think about when your kids are going to go away with the other parent, or when the idea gets suggested to you. Now, first of all, number 1, remember it's their holiday, not yours. This trip is about your kids making memories, not about you missing out. So try and keep your focus on them having fun. Now, I'll tell you now with my experience with my daughter, the first 2 nights she was away, there was tears. She was like, "I miss Mummy." And it made it hard for me. And in that moment, I could have broken down. I could have been sad. I could have been emotional, but I also know that this is an experience she may never get to have again. So I wanted to encourage her to make the most of it. So when I was on these calls with her, I had to keep reminding her, "Darling, I want you to have fun." Now, I know a lot of it with these tears was that she did miss me and she missed home and was sad about that, which is fair enough, understandable. But I also know there was probably a big part of it being jet lag. And there was also probably a big part of it being a big culture shock, because we live in a small coastal town. Well, I don't know if you'd call it a town, but it's a small coastal place. And we don't even live in a city area. We're just north of Sydney, but we're not in the city. So for her to all of a sudden be in this nice little town where we live near the beach and we've got the lake on one side of us, and to all of a sudden be in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, where you look out and it's just mayhem. It's a massive culture shock. So I knew that when she called me in tears, it was just a whole bag of mixed emotions. And I didn't want to feed into that. And even though I was there and I was listening to her and I was being respectful of where she was at, if I turned around and got emotional with her, I could have also easily turned around and said to her father, this is not right. She's not happy. She should come home. That's not going to make any kind of situation better right now or then in that moment. For me, the best thing I could have done for my daughter when she was doing this was just to calm her down, saying, darling, I know you're fine. I know you're safe. She was with her dad and his partner and her other brother, or not her other brother, and her brother that she's got with her dad. And I know that she was fine. She was safe. But it was just a big change. It was a big adjustment. And that's my job as her mum when she called me, just to be there for her, let her know I'm here to support her, but I'm also wanting her to have fun. And that's what I keep reminding her every time we have a call. I'm happy seeing you happy. When you call me sad, it makes me sad. I want you to have fun. And on that second call we had, when she was still a little bit sad, I'm like, darling, please, it's important for me that you make the most of your time there. I really want you to have fun. And that's when it was like she had a bit of an aha moment. It's like, Mum really does want me to have fun. And then the next conversations after that, it started to be more happy. She was showing me things. She was showing me her phone out the window, showing me where she was, and she was pointing out this is where the markets were. And every now and then she'd send me photos of what she was doing, which was nice. And that's what I kept encouraging her to do. I'm like, darling, take heaps of photos. I want to see what you're doing. I want to see where you're going. And she'd go on tours and she'd take photos and send them to me. And I love that. I love that. And that's what it's about, seeing her make all these amazing memories. And that's special. And yes, it's nice to be there with them. And even my daughter made a few comments saying, Mummy, I wish you were here with me. And of course it would be nice to make these memories with them. Of course it would be nice to be there with them. But you've got to be respectful that this is their holiday with the other parent. And you don't want them to be sad. You don't want them to be, missing home and missing you while they could be there making these great memories. So when you're going through this, or if this comes up in your world where the kids are going away with the other parent, keep the focus on them having fun. And I've always encouraged my daughter to take lots of photos. I've even put in a few sneaky comments saying, make sure you bring me home a present. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated on that one. But I was being a little bit cheeky with that one. But I don't know. She's quite cute like that. She may even try to convince her dad to buy me something. But we'll see. I'll keep you updated. But just remember, it is about them making great memories. And my daughter, going off on a little tangent here, she will call me in the morning, which is probably about lunchtime here, our time, because they're 3 hours behind where we are. And she'd call me, and, she's 12, that age where they're all a bit about, fashion's more of a thing. So she'd call me for her fit check in the morning. And she'd be like, Mum, what do you reckon? This top or this top? This skirt or this skirt? And it was quite cute. Oh, my God, darling, I love you. And that's just what it comes down to. Just be encouraging and supportive of their fun opportunity and keep the focus on them, because with co-parenting, it is about the kids, and that's what you need to keep the focus on. Not about you being upset, not about you being lonely, not about you missing out. It's about they're having a great time, and try and be supportive and encouraging of that. And that leads into point number 2, which is avoid making it about you. You don't want to make the kids feel guilty. You don't want to have them calling you up or when they're going and you're like, oh no, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go. You don't want the kids feeling sad and feeling guilty and feeling like they shouldn't be going because you're upset. You don't want to make the kids feel like they have to choose between parents or that they should feel guilty because they're doing something with the other parent. Encourage that relationship between both parents, especially if you know they're safe in their good hands and they're going to come home. Don't make them feel guilty for it. Point number 3, encourage excitement. Don't make them feel anxious. Like I remember with my daughter, the day before she left, I started to get a little anxious. I started to overthink things. I was overanalyzing everything. Is my daughter going to be safe? Is she okay? Is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? And I started getting myself overworked up. So I needed to step away and clear my head. My daughter wasn't happy with me. I could tell. She didn't say that, but I could tell she was because she was leaving the next day and she wanted us to sit down and watch a movie together. But I needed just to step away to clear my head. So I went out, washed the car, came back, and my mind was in a different headspace. I thought about it. I'm like, Leanne, you're just being an idiot. Calm down. But that's what it's about. I didn't want to put that anxiety onto my daughter. I didn't want to make her worried, thinking she was going to a place where she's not going to be safe, or this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Encourage excitement. And every day on our chats, she'll show me things that she's done and things that she's bought. And I could sit there and go, oh, you've got that again. He bought you this again. No, I'm happy for her that she's doing all this and she's getting all these nice things. And that's what she wants to see. She doesn't want to see mum being jealous or mum being upset. And I have no reason to be jealous or upset. I love that she's getting all this nice stuff and doing all these nice things. So encourage that. Encourage that you're supportive. Encourage them to be excited about what they're doing. Point number 4, if you know they're safe, then take a step back and let go of the control. And it's easy to get in parent mode, your mum mode or dad mode, whatever role you take. It's easy to start thinking of, okay, tell me where you're going. What are you doing? Where are you staying? And you just want to try control everything and know everything that's happening. And you've got to step back and trust the other parent. I mean, I'm lucky enough that I was given the flight details. I asked for the hotel. Actually, my daughter asked the hotel. So I know where they're staying. Not that I'm going to do anything with it, but it's nice to know that just in case, and touch wood, I shouldn't say that, but it's nice to have these details. And what you've got to think about when you're taking the kids away on holidays and the ex was constantly in your face asking you questions and demanding this and demanding that, how would you feel about it? It kind of takes the joy away from your holidays. And I remember with my daughter on her first night away, I can't remember. It was early on in her stay, and her dad had messaged me about something, and I sent him a message back. I said, please make sure she calls me because it's the time difference when you're done before you go out to dinner, because I knew by the time they got home from dinner, I would be in bed. And I didn't get a call, and I was wanting to keep messaging them and check up, and I thought, no, I shouldn't do that. It's not my place to do that. It's their holiday. If I was on holidays with my daughter and I kept getting messages from him or question mark, or what are you doing? I want to speak to her. I would get a little annoyed. I had to step back and go, you know what? She's fine. She's okay. If anything was going wrong, I would know. So I just sent a goodnight message to her phone. I knew she wouldn't have got it because she only has Wi-Fi when she's at the hotel. And so I just left it, and I woke up the next morning and I had 5 messages from his phone, from his partner's phone, from my daughter's phone. They all tried to message me about 11 o'clock at night. I was sound asleep, wasn't I? I didn't stay up that late. But that's just it. You just got to step back and trust that your ex is looking after your kids the way that you would. Number 5, do not turn it into a battle with your ex. It's not a fight about proving a point or why you don't want them to go or this or that. It's an opportunity for your kids. And when you're fighting in this process, it's going to make things harder for you when the kids are away and when it comes time for you to want to take the kids away. So I understand that going through this can bring up a lot of emotions. But it's about handling those emotions in the right way, because you might get scared, you might be getting worried, you might be getting lonely, you might be feeling uncertain about this, you might be feeling angry that they're doing it and it's not you. It can stir up a whole lot of emotions. But getting angry at your ex in the process is only going to make this process harder for you and harder for your kids. Now, I understand that when they're away, you probably want to still communicate with them. You might want to know where they're going and where they're staying and flight numbers and whatever else. But if you're fighting with them in the process, there's a good chance they're not going to cooperate with you. If you want to know anything, if you want information or still be able to communicate with the kids, then you need to approach it in an effective way. Don't go into it yelling and screaming and getting angry and getting upset, getting sad. Go into it saying, okay, that's fine. I respect that. I am happy for you to take the kids away, but I would like to know that I could still speak to them. I would like to know that you can let me know the flight details and where you're staying, just for my peace of mind, just for safety. Approach it from a way of being, okay, I'm not happy, but I respect it. That's what it's got to be about. Don't make it a battle because you're not feeling happy about it. Number 6, respect the time that they're having with the other parent. And this goes back to that point I just said earlier when I went to message and just check up because I hadn't heard from my daughter before I went to bed. And I had to stop and think, no, actually, it's not right of me to do that. They're away. I wouldn't like him constantly messaging me when I'm away with my daughter. Respect their time. I will hear from her when she can contact me, and I've just got to trust that. And I do. Sometimes I hear from her 3 times a day. I'm like, oh, darling, hello again. And she's not really giving me a chance to miss her because she's contacting me so much. But hey, I'm not going to say no to that. I love that. But allow them to make these memories with the other parent. Allow them to have this time together with them. Don't make it about you wanting to know everything, you wanting to check in at certain times, you wanting to have all this information and that information. Yes, granted, you should be given certain information, but be respectful that it's the other parent's holiday and allow them to enjoy it with the other parent. Number 7, stay connected. Now, like I said, and as I've mentioned throughout this podcast episode, I'm lucky enough that I've still been able to keep in contact with my daughter. Now, mind you, she's with a phone that I did get for her and that I do pay for her. So it's not like he can say, no, you can't use that. I set up WhatsApp on the phone so we can organize to have the chats and she can message me whenever she's got Wi-Fi. I've turned it off. I've told her to just keep it on Wi-Fi so she doesn't text me like normal and she doesn't do any international calls or texting that's going to cost me a fortune. I said, just contact me through WhatsApp. So I've set that all up for her before she went. So I'm lucky enough that she's at an age where she's got her own device and then she can contact me whenever she wants. Now, as per the previous point of respecting their time when they're with the other parent, I never initiate messages. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Yes, I want to speak to her and I want to hear from her, but I allow her to do that because I want to be respectful of the time that she's with her dad. So yes, she does message me quite often and say good morning. We speak, we have our calls. She'll message me and say good night, or sometimes she'll call me, but I'll leave it for her when she's free and when she's at a place where she's got Wi-Fi. And I'm respectful of that. But I do also understand that when the kids are younger and they may not know how to use it, they may not understand the concept, they may not have their own device, I understand it's harder. And this is where point number 5, going back to that point, don't turn it into a battle with your ex. That's where that is really important, because if you're turning things into a battle and you're fighting about things, they're not going to want to cooperate with you. But if you try and make this process as easy as possible and you stay as calm as possible, they will probably be respectful with you and say, yep, sure, you can call mum or you can call dad. That's fine. I allow that. And you want to allow that. You want to allow them to send text messages or send photos and do whatever else, because the kids are probably excited. They want to share that with mum and dad. They want to share it with the other parent. So try and keep that line of communication open. And if it's got to go through the other parent, then this is why it's so important to have some guidelines set in place before they go and avoid any battles or drama before they go. So you don't want it where the ex just turns around and gets spiteful and doesn't want to cooperate and doesn't want to help you out, which is not right for the kids, but it does happen. So try and make that process as easy as possible so the other parent will be on board with allowing that communication line to stay open. Number 8, make it fun before they go. You might be thinking, well, it's not my job. They're going with the other parent. I don't care. Make it fun for the kids. Have that little time together just before they go. And with my daughter the day before she went, we went down to the beach together, had some time together. We went out and did some shopping afterwards. I ended up buying her another swimsuit to take away with her. Mind you, she's got heaps, but I did that in the lead up. There was also some other pieces of clothing that she saw that she liked, that she wanted to take away with her, and I bought that for her. And I'm not going to turn around and say, no, I'm not getting it because it's for a holiday with dad, because I know she's going to bring it home and wear it again anyway. So make it fun. If they need stuff that you can take away, that they can take away, join in, enjoy that excitement with them. And I remember years ago when she was much younger, she'd gone on another holiday with him, and she's a bit older now. She doesn't need this stuff, but back then, I bought her a colouring book and I bought her pencils and I bought her a pillow for the plane and all, a whole lot of stuff that she could take to make her feel comfortable, because she was quite young then. And it's not about doing favours for the other parent. It's about doing stuff for the kids. Now, I know her dad would probably never do that when we went on a holiday together, but it's just me. It's just what I do. It's just what I'm doing for my daughter, and it's what I like to do. And I'm not telling you to go do this and buy more of this stuff before they go, but it's about making it fun. Enjoy. We'll get into that excitement mode with them, because it is getting exciting. It is exciting, I should say, leading up to a holiday when you know you're going. It's exciting. It's like, oh, going away 1 week today. And you see it. People count down. They get excited. And even though you're not going, you don't have that excitement. The kids still do. The kids are allowed to get excited. So join in that excitement with them. Number 9, manage your emotions. And I've been pretty good. I've been really enjoying my time. Mind you, we've been in contact so much, so I haven't really had that much of a chance to miss her and feel like I'm on my own. I just feel like she's gone to her dad's house. And quite honestly, I'm quite happy being on my own. It's nice to really enjoy this time when you don't have the kids. But if you are someone that does get a bit sad and you do feel a bit lonely and you do get a bit emotional, don't let the kids see that. And as I was just saying, when my daughter went away years ago, I think she was only about 3 at the time, and that was her first holiday with her dad. And this is only the second one, to be honest with you, or the third maybe. And that first time she went, it was probably about 9 years ago now. Yeah, it would have been. And I remember we had a chat. Obviously, I had to go through her dad's phone because she didn't have a phone then. And I think I was getting a little bit sad and I got a bit emotional. And she ended up hanging up on me. And I got even more sad after that phone call. I'm like, what's going on? What has just happened? And you start to think, oh, she doesn't want me. She doesn't love me. And she's found a better family. And you just get all these thoughts in your head. It's crazy, isn't it? Where now I'm just like, go have fun. Go enjoy yourself. But back then it was very different. And it wasn't until she got home that she explained it to me. And it was just that she was missing me too. And she saw that I was sad and she was too young to communicate that. She didn't know how to say it. So she just ended the call, which made it harder for me in the moment. But I kind of understood when she told me. But, when they're so young, it's so different. And you don't want to make them feel guilty. You don't want to make them feel bad. So if you are sad and getting upset and getting all emotional about it, try and keep it separate from the kids. Do it where they don't see it, because you don't want them to get sad and upset. You want them to be excited and have fun. Just as when they're going away with you, you want them to be excited and have fun when they're with you. So don't make them sad just because they're going away with the other parent. Number 10, if you are getting really emotional about the kids going away, reflect on what's really bothering you. Is it the loneliness? Is it there a bit of jealousy maybe? Maybe you can't afford to go on a holiday. Maybe you're angry that the ex is all of a sudden trying to show up to be the best parent when you know they're not. Maybe you're still pissed off at the ex. There could be a whole lot of emotions there. There could be a whole lot of feelings. But if you're getting emotional about this, about the kids going away, I want you to step back and reflect and ask yourself why. What is it? What's coming up? What's bothering you the most? And that's what you need to pay attention to. Because yes, it is normal to have these feelings. It is normal to get sad, to get lonely, to get a bit emotional, to possibly even get a bit angry because they're taking them away and not you, and they've got all this money and you don't. It can bring up a whole lot of feelings and emotions. But when you finally get yourself to a place where you're totally accepted the breakup, you've totally emotionally detached yourself, then you're fine. That's when you learn to really enjoy that time when the kids are away, and you know that they're going to have so much fun, and you know they're going to come back and give you the most amazing stories. And that's what you want. And I love it when my daughter calls and she sometimes sends me photos of the food and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. And then I think just this morning she sent me another photo of something and I'm like, oh my gosh, next time we go on holidays, you can be my tour guide. And she kind of laughed about it. And that's what you need to do. Be happy for them. And every day, my daughter still sends me messages. When she messages me in the morning, every day she asks, what are you doing, Mum? So I don't know if maybe she's getting a bit jealous, thinking I'm doing something and she's feeling a bit left out, because every day I'll get, what are you doing today? And at the end of the night when she says, good night, what did you do today? Which is cute. I mean, she does that anyway. She's very, in touch with emotions like that. She's very good like that. But sometimes I think, is she just checking up on me? Does she think she's missing out on something at home? So if you do have all these feelings coming up about the kids going away, instead of getting angry or sad or experiencing all these different emotions, use it in your favor and just realize, okay, you guys are going away and you guys are going to have your fun. So I'm going to have my fun. I'm going to use this time just to relax and just have some quiet time where I have no schedule, or I'm going to use this time, I'm going to book a holiday for myself, or I'm going to use this time to catch up with my friends. It's not about being sad that they're away. Find a way to make the most of this time, because realistically, when they're here, you're probably non-stop. You probably don't get a chance to sit down and really just think in peace and quiet. Make the most of this time. It is a great opportunity to just stop and really just remember that there's more to you than just being a mum or a dad. And this is a great opportunity to find that, because quite often you don't get time and you don't get the chance. Use this time when the kids are away to just start focusing on you. Go out on a few dates if you haven't had a chance. Get back into the gym. Do something that you love doing that you just haven't had a chance to do. And when you're doing things that you enjoy doing, then you don't get so sad and so lonely, because you're feeling good in yourself. You're not relying on your kids to make you feel good. You've got other things in your life that make you feel good. And that is very important. And that is why so often you see when you have these parents and the kids have grown up and they've moved out of a home, and they're all of a sudden they're like, I've lost my identity. I don't know who I am. The kids have all grown up. They've all moved out of home. I'm lost, because they haven't had a chance to do anything for themselves in this time. Now all of a sudden the kids are gone. They're like, what do? I don't get it. I'm lost. Who am I? And this is your chance to do that. So while the kids are having fun, I want you to have fun. I want you to enjoy your life when the kids are not here. So I'm going to do a quick little rundown of those 10 points again. So point number 1, remember it's their holiday. Let them enjoy it. Don't get jealous of them. Don't make snarky remarks because they're happy or excited. It's their holiday. Number 2, avoid making it about you. It's not about how you're feeling. It's not about you being left out. It's not about you not being a good enough parent. It's not that you're not doing anything right. It's about the kids just having a holiday with the other parent. Number 3, encourage excitement. Get excited for them. It's okay to say that you're going to miss them. That's normal. You're allowed to say that. That's all part of it. But also say, I want you to have fun. I really want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to make the most of this time with mom or with dad. I really want you to have fun. Take photos. Do what you can. Bring home lots of gifts. And then really talk about it when they get home. Ask about all these fun memories. Ask about what happened. Don't be like, no, don't want to talk about it. Not interested. Show that you're interested in what they're doing with the other parent. Number 4, if you know they're safe and in good hands, let go of that control. Step back and just remember, if they were doing it or the other parent was doing it on your holiday or when you're going away, how would you feel about that? So step back and let go of that control. Number 5, don't turn it into a battle with your ex. It's not a fighting match. It's not about a proving point. It's not about this is not your time to get angry with them. This is your time just to be happy for your kids. Don't make it a time to fight with your ex. Number 6, respect their time with the other parent. Don't make it about you. Don't make it about your schedule. Don't make it about this has got to be done and expecting check-ins at certain time. Respect the time that they're with the other parent. Number 7, find ways that you can stay connected together, whether they're old enough and they've got a phone and they can FaceTime you or message you through WhatsApp. Find ways where you can stay connected. Number 8, make it fun before they go. Do some fun things together. Have a little movie night before they go. If you want to buy some cute little knickknacks or thing that they can maybe use for the plane, whether it be coloring books or puzzle books or new AirPods or headphones or something, make it fun before they go so they're not feeling guilt or they're not feeling like, oh, I don't want to have to leave mom or I don't want to have to leave dad. Let them get excited. Number 9, manage your emotions. Don't get sad. Don't get angry with the other parent in front of the kids. Don't feel like don't let the kids see that you're going to be lonely. Oh, I'm going to be lost without you. I don't know what I'm going to do. Be happy. Say, yeah, I'm going to miss you, but don't don't make the kids feel guilty. Don't make the kids feel like they shouldn't be doing this. And number 10, if you are feeling some sort of emotions and you are feeling a bit unsure about it, then sit back and reflect on it. Ask yourself, what is it? Why? And most importantly, this isn't a point, just a little add-on. When the kids are having fun, this is your chance to have fun. Get out and have fun. So I do understand that it can be quite a daunting experience for the first time, especially when they're going away with the other parent. It is a big deal. And just like with anything, the more you do it, the easier it gets. But the biggest thing that if you can take anything away from this podcast episode, if you're going through this, it is just to control your emotions. That's the biggest tip I can give you. And realistically, that applies for your whole co-parenting relationship. If you can get your emotions sorted, then you're fine. But that's also the hardest thing to do. But honestly, that's when it all gets so much easier, when you can control your emotions and you feel like you don't need to react and you don't have to get angry and you don't feel sad and you don't feel lonely and you don't feel left out. Not once in this whole process of my daughter being away have I felt left out, or have I felt like not being a good enough mum, or have I felt like she's leaving me for another family. Not once have I felt like that, because I know that we've got such a good bond together that nothing will ever break that. And she knows that I'm happy for her that she's having this experience. And that's what it's about. Be happy for your kids. And remember, your co-parenting is about what is best for the kids. Some things are going to hurt. Some things are going to bring up emotions that you thought were all sorted. And this is what happens when you're co-parenting. Every now and then you'll go through different emotions, or different experiences that will bring out these emotions. It'll just open up a whole new can of worms and you're like, oh shit, I didn't expect that to happen. And whether that be with going on a holiday, whether they're meeting a new partner, whether they're going to their first big celebration as a family without you, there's all these different situations and scenarios that will just open up those can of worms and bring out these emotions that you thought were all resolved. And going through something like this when the kids go away on holidays will really test you. It will really test, okay, am I over this? Can I handle this? Are my emotions sorted, or am I still holding on to a lot? Because if you are going through this and it has really triggered you and it has really brought up a lot of emotions that you did expect, then there's still a lot more letting go to do. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't sweep it under the carpet. All right, that's it from me, guys. And I hope you took something away from this episode, because it is a big deal if you haven't been through it before. So be kind to yourself and really remember, it's about the kids. Okay, guys, thank you again. And just remember that I am here if you want to do any coaching. This is what I specialize in, handling these emotions when you're going through these tricky times with your co-parent, and we get them underway, so it will get them sorted out so you don't have to keep bringing them up. And then when you're going through issues like this or scenarios like this, when the kids go away with the other parent, you can handle it without the getting upset or sad or lonely or feeling left out or feeling not good enough. So jump onto my show notes if you are interested in that. And thank you again, guys. And if you are loving the podcast, feel free to give me a review, and don't forget to subscribe so you get a notification of each new episode that comes out. And that's it, guys. Until next week, I'll be in your ears then. Thank you for joining us on the Life After Plus One podcast. If you loved what you heard today and looking for some further support, then jump onto our website, lifeafterplusone.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our Instagram page for further resources and inspo. You can find all the links in the show notes. And remember, you're not alone on this path. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. And in the meantime, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep exploring your amazing life after plus one.